What's up, y'all? It's your girl Serena Renee. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how I created this using absolutely no heat. Okay, this is like my first time trying these satin long rods, the satin Flexi rods. So the first time I tried it, I did it on dry hair with no product. Ooh, hey Barbie. Hey. Oh, it's giving old money. Look, and y'all see exactly where that got me. The disrespect. All I did was walk the store. So then we went back to, y'all know this is my go-to mousse. And now I'm going to reset it. So I'm going to start off first by detangling my hair. I always work in sections whenever my hair is just feeling a little too overwhelming. And you should probably do the same. Separate gently with your fingers. Try not to use too much force and tension when you are dealing with your hair. I feel like half of our breakage comes from the way that we manipulate the hair. And that's both guests or clients and the stylist. We have to be more mindful of how we are handling and manipulating the hair, because over manipulation can also cause breakage as well. I got my old Flex oil here. I'm gonna start off on the ends, working my way up, being gentle with my hair. Anytime I feel a snag, you slow down and you lighten up. Still continue to go over it, but go over it with less force. One thing I like to do prior to doing any style, and it's something that I used to do more often when I straighten my hair. I don't get to do as often because my hair is usually curly, but it's to give my scalp some nice stimulation. Blood flow is one of the biggest reasons why people experience thinning, hair loss, all type of issues going on with their hair because they don't have sufficient blood flow. My grandmother is the one who told me that. She used to make me brush my hair 100 strokes a day when I was a little girl, and I've had a head full of hair my whole life. Okay, check the photos. And you always want to have a brush like this, a paddle brush that has those balls on the tips. We're going to do our first parting, which will be an ear-to-ear parting from one ear to the other across the top of the head. Into 3 sections. So one section in the middle, one section on both sides. And I'm also doing a zigzag parting with my fingers, because one thing I absolutely hate is when I set my hair and take it out and you can see those really harsh lines, and we don't want that. Zigzag partings allow us to get a very natural fall. Now that middle section is actually going to get split into 2. One on the top and one on the bottom. Now this is the sectioning that I'm doing for my hair and the density of my hair. Density is the amount of hairs that I have on my head. If you are somebody that doesn't have as much or doesn't have a high density, you can probably take fewer sections. You may not need to separate this section in the middle. You may need to. Or if you know you have a lot of hair, you may need to take more sections. So instead of there being a total of 4 back here, you may need 6. The size of your sections are good for your density. the higher the density, meaning the more hairs on your head, you're going to take smaller sections. The lower the density, you're going to take larger sections, okay? So here's my piece, and I'm going to show you guys how to apply the product. Now, you want the product to be on the hair, but you don't want the hair to be fully saturated in the product, or your hair is going to curl up too much, and this is not going to work at all. So what I like to do is start off with one pump, okay? Rub it in my hands like lotion, and then from the middle to the ends, I'm applying using a praying hands method. I call it praying hands method because my hands are together like this, okay? And as you can see, I'm also using tension as I'm putting this product on. Tension as I slide my hands down. Take your comb through the product. I'm sorry, comb the product through the hair. I'm gonna do one more praying hands motion, and this time I'm gonna start a little further down to focus on the ends. I decided to skip the recording of the back because it was really hard for me to show you guys what I did from that angle. So here's a close-up on the side of what I'm doing. I'm taking my hair and I'm twisting and wrapping at the same time. When you get to the ends, you want to make sure that when you fold the rod over, you're folding over the ends of the hair to lock it in place. Then you fold the top and you're done. So again, we're going to twist and wrap, twist and wrap. When you get to the ends, use your thumb to hold the ends in place, fold the top rod over, and then fold the bottom of the rod over the ends of the hair so that it stays in place. You're going to continue your wrap and twist throughout the last section, and as you see that section at the top, I actually split it into two. So we ended up with 8 sections total. 8 sections total on my head, and like I said, you're going to adjust your sections depending on how much hair you have on your head. Now, one thing I want you guys to remember is to make sure that you do not wrap these too close to the scalp. If you notice, I have about maybe 2 inches of leadway from where I start the rod and where my scalp is. And the reason being is you don't want these to be too tight because you have to sleep in them. And in order for you to be comfortable at night, they need to be a little loose and not so tight to the scalp, or you're literally not going to get any sleep. On the bed, I'll show y'all what this looks like in the rising.
Okay, y'all, so these rollers have actually been in my hair for about 2 days at this point. I thought I was going outside, and then I was just like, no, I'm staying home for Labor Day weekend and enjoying my rent. One of the rollers literally just fell out, but this is the first curl that we're looking at. And I'm kind of glad that it had time to sit, because the longer these type of sets sit, the longer they're going to last in your hair. So you're just going to unravel these the way that you put them in. Take some Olaplex oil, because this is what I have at the house. What I would normally use is the Food for Soft by Matrix. It's just mine isn't here. It's at the salon. I would probably use that before using the Olaplex, because I don't really feel like I need the Olaplex oil. I feel like the Food for Soft would be more beneficial to me, and it softens my hair a lot. I'm gonna do a flip over real quick and just kind of like let these separate.
Now here's the important thing about the flip over shake to separate the curls. You want to make sure that you are only shaking at the root. Do not go past the roots, because then you will ruin the curls that you have set in your hair.
Okay, it's definitely giving. It's way better than last time. Yes. Okay. Okay, Miss Marilyn Monroe. be raining outside, y'all.